And now to honor precedents in the city of Sebastopol, we ask you our final question before your closing statements. And that is, what is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie?
And that's starting, I believe, with Lisa.
Yeah, so I have a few favorite old movies, but the one that first came to mind, always go with your first thought, is Serendipity. I love that movie. I like chick flicks.
There is a Muppet movie. It's a remake of The Shoemaker and the Elves. Except for this one is The Shoemaker and the Elvises. And it's adorable claymation, and instead when the shoemaker falls asleep in the middle of the night, three Elvises come in, and of course they make a pair of blue suede shoes. And it's really adorable. So I really like that one.
I love Brother, Sun, Sister, Moon. It's a film by Francis Zeffirelli made in 1970 with Donovan music that is so extraordinary, but they never made a soundtrack of it. So I actually went in when I was like a teenager with a tape recorder and I actually recorded the songs. But it's a beautiful story about St. Francis Assisi coming back from war and really connecting to animals and nature and questioning his past and his conditioning and his family's, the history of warfare and the machismo that went into what he was doing. And he just turns the other cheek, and there's this beautiful sort of love story in it, and it's just gloriously filmed, and it takes place in Italy, and just sort of makes you, long for the simple life, with some of the best songs I've ever seen in a movie anywhere.
I don't know how to answer this. It's so open-ended. This is great. I think I'm a big Johnny Depp fan. I really like his work. I like all of them pretty much. The Alice in Wonderland and all those things. I watch a lot of the children's movies. Having 3 kids, I have twins who are 11. My daughter just started handling. Boys were at Sunridge and they go to Brookhaven now, so we did that transition. But I think Chocolat is probably my favorite. I love the struggle with the mother and the daughter, and then the heritage, and then you have the Romans, who it's some wrongly called gypsies, but who aren't accepted, and then the religious aspect of it, and then the guy just losing it at the end and eating all that chocolate, which I love Charlie and the Chocolate Factory too. So.
All right, well, we've come to the moment for closing statements, and for the purposes, we've come to the
Oh, yes. We're going to ask you to announce your name and give your closing statements, and you each have 2 minutes. So we're going to start with Michael.
Finally, it's going to be over soon. My name is Michael Anthony Karnacki, and of course I've had that business on Main Street for 23 years. In my shop I have this picture from 1400 BC of Egyptian hieroglyphs of shoemakers. The thing that I share in common with them today is that I know that these people, they're doing the same thing that I do. I know that they got to hear what was happening in downtown Egypt at the time. Maybe people were coming in on the street complaining about dusty roads, stuff like that. They really got a good feel for what was going on. And I kind of have that same sense. I have a good feeling of I have my finger on the pulse of Sebastopol. Oftentimes I'm open in the middle of the night. The homeless people come in. We're getting squeezed right now. Our homeless population is growing. And some of the ones that have been here for 15 years have come to me and said that they're a little bit scared now, because Smart Train is squeezing some homeless, and so is Guerneville are putting a squeeze. So we're getting our lagoon is starting to fill up because it's a nice place to camp. I also, like I said previously, I really come to know and love all the people in Sebastopol, and I think that I would like to take it up to the next step, and hopefully honored to represent everybody and everybody's interests, and that would be my goal with that. I think that because I have participated in the process of the general plan, I really understand the opportunities and the challenges that are facing Sebastopol. And I understand how the general plan works. And I think that I can help, I would like to help to implement that. And in speaking from my heart now, I appreciate everybody that's here. I really do thank you for that. And thank you to the candidates that are here, and to Cows and Shepherd over there. And thank you.
Speaking from my heart, I just want to say, you know, how deeply honored I feel to be part of this community, of Sebastopol. I mean, this is a chosen place, and I just went back to my 40-year high school reunion and saw a lot of people. I never once think, oh, I wish I still lived in New York. Never once after 9 years. And it is the people, as Michael said, and it's the people, you know, I am so honored, honestly. I think any of the four of us would make really good city council members. I think we have an excellent city government, and I think it's great that we have the capacity to call people to serve in this way. And we have the best police department. I mean, these guys should be training people all over the country the way that they de-escalate and act as peace officers in some cases. So I'm really honored to be part of this system. I'm a real solution-oriented person. I believe in empowering government for change. I am running as a change agent. And some people find me abrasive, some people find me, confrontational and critical, because it comes from this sense of, we could do better, can't we? And here's some vision for it. I am a policy wonk. I write about stuff. I have solutions. The Attainable Housing Coalition solution to housing, I think, is really interesting. Please look it up on the Sonoma Independent, which we started with Informing to Empower. So I think we could really do well working together. And I invite you to, if you want to really empower our government to really be a government worthy of a community like Peacetown, even more so than we are now, consider voting for me. But if you don't, we're going to do fine.
My name is Craig Litwin, and I am a write-in candidate. You gotta fill in the box. So, I have to say that, of course, and you might hear it 2 more times in the 2 minutes I'm gonna close. There's so much work to do, folks. I'm so excited to hopefully earn your vote and get back in the saddle. I'm ready to hit the ground running. I've been studying hard. I've been reading everything I can get my hands on. I've been meeting with all the department heads, learning what the priorities are, and I'm ready. I'm ready to get back to work for Sebastopol in an earnest way. The police and fire department, amazing. We have a fire department that's mostly volunteer. Holy cow. Like, how do we support them? How do we keep that going? Sebastopol apples. Get one at my back table, please. They're from a tree I planted in my little townhouse complex when we first moved in 11 years ago, and it's loaded. Most delicious apples. Also, please, everyone in this room, grab a flyer back there so you can write in Craig Litwin for council and fill in the bubble. I have an event tomorrow night, tomorrow night at Craig Boblett's from 5:30 to 7. He's hosting a fundraiser for me. Everybody in this room is invited to come and talk politics. I would love it. Let's work together. Let's figure out how to work together even more than we are. Solar-powered stations, electric charging stations, more solar panels. Hit the ground running, folks. There is so much to do in so little time, but it's so fun, right? Because we're the norm. They used to laugh at us. Left-leaning, Birkenstock, tofu-eating Sebastopol, but now this is it. This is the new norm. So how do we go to the next step? How do we keep pushing that envelope in a good way? Strong local business, balancing what we're doing. We need to make sure the city coffers are filled and that folks can afford to live here. So I see I have 15 seconds left. I have time that I get approximately 15 more before the cowbell rings. I won't use that, but I will end with this. Please, write in Craig Litwin for council and fill in the box. Thank you.
is tough to follow. But he'll be fun on the council if he gets on. Anyway, I just want to thank our hosts for tonight. So the Grange for hosting us here tonight, Cal's Radio for broadcasting us, and Barry with Wacko for, I'm just going to look at that later and think, oh my. But it's hard being up here. I love Sebastopol. I don't take it for granted. I was raised here. I raised my children here. I'm working hard to earn your vote. I'm new. I'm a newcomer. Not a newcomer to Sebastopol, but a newcomer to running for office and hopefully serving as a new city council member if I'm so elected. In the meantime, I'm walking, I'm talking, I'm happy to meet any of you anytime. My information's back there, and I appreciate your engagement. I appreciate you coming tonight because it shows that you care as well. And so it takes all of us working together, like these guys said, and we all have a really good relationship. But I hope to earn your vote so that I will hopefully serve starting January 1st on Sebastopol City Council. Thank you so much, and that's it.
All right, thank you. I want to say thank you to our timekeeper, Evan Wigg. Thank you to Mary. Thank you to Cal's Radio for working with us. And if you would please join me in standing and give me a round of applause to our candidates for volunteering to serve.
Stay around, converse with candidates in your neighborhood. We'll be here as long as you want to.